What's up, everybody? Good evening. It is now 9:06. Welcome to Inside the Booth. I am your host, Dan the Law. And tonight we have Lovett Ever After with us.
What's Hello, up? Everyone.
Wonderful. I love that picture there.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
So tonight... Good evening. Yes. So tonight we will be discussing this wonderful movie called The Mouse Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you've never seen it before, go take a look. Spoilers ahead for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Always spoilers. Always spoilers.
Old movie.
Well, 1997.
Yeah.
It's not that old, is it?
Not too old. Yeah.
You know what this movie kind of reminded me of? They were kind of like they were trying to do almost like a Home Alone type thing.
Yeah. A rodent version of Home Alone.
Yeah, like a rodent version of Home Alone. Or and the two brothers are like the Mario brothers or something, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird.
You got Mario is Nathan Lane, and then Luigi is Ethan Lee.
Yeah.
I guess that's his name.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Lee Evans. Sorry.
Yeah. So loads of fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't have the links ready earlier today and all that jazz. I just, busy. And for those that don't know, we are always 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Tuesday. So always put that in your calendar. Whoever watches us, mark it in your calendar. Know that we come on at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday.
Just a little bit, like maybe a little bit after 9.
Well, right, just maybe a little after, but you got to know that we still are going to go live, even if you don't see anything until 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
You just got to know we're always live. Yeah, I don't have my hat today. Plus, it's a little chilly back here where I'm at, so this little hood helps. So does these headphones. Helps my ears.
They're like
doesn't help
earmuffs.
Yeah, they're like earmuffs. It doesn't help my hands. It just helps my ears. My hands are frozen.
So this is a 1997 movie.
1997. Yep.
Same.
By the way, here's. Oh no, that's not the picture you have, but here's another one that's like.
Yeah, I wanted to get that one.
And he's sucking up the.
We were getting a big
sewage.
One there.
It was kind of. Some of this movie was just kind of. It was kind of stupid funny, but the stupid was too stupid. I think. It wasn't that funny to me.
Oh.
Like. When I watched it when I was younger, it was kind of funny. But then rewatching it, it was like, really? Where's the funny parts? What happened to the funny?
Yeah, I guess when you're younger, it's a little bit childish, but there were some jokes in here that I didn't get when I was younger, so definitely made me giggle.
Now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I did enjoy, though, was Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
He was a good. His parts were funny. His parts were kind of funny.
Yeah.
And his little coveralls and all his gear kind of reminds me of almost like a Ghostbuster. Obviously, he's an exterminist. Like Ghostbusters, they're exterminators.
He's like, yeah, it looks like you got a case of asbestos here. They're like, no, it's not asbestos. It's a mouse.
Right. It's a mouse.
He's like, shh.
Yeah, he's like,
they're smarter than you think.
Yeah, he goes, okay, now he can't hear us, so
no, he's not listening.
Normal. Yeah, he's not listening now. So dumb.
Yeah, that's funny. So it starts off. I found it funny. It starts off with the dad dying, and he's complaining to his brother about his suit not being dark enough.
Right, yeah.
And then
It's
his dad,
charcoal, not
yeah,
not
it's charcoal.
black.
No, it's black. Um, and then I guess one of the handles breaks and he flies off into the sewer. He's like, he's
Right.
halfway to the harbor by now.
Yeah, right.
Don't need to get him. He's
Yeah,
sailing away.
he's sailing away now. Um, I guess you could say parts of it were funny. It just, I don't know, it just had that, it had a weird feel to it. I think that's why I didn't laugh much. Like,
Yeah.
as we say the lines and talk about it, it's funnier than watching the movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, like, there are some movies that are like that where you can quote them and it's funny, but when you watch the movie, it's not that funny, you know?
Yeah. I guess it just doesn't hold
That's what
very
this movie's
well
like. Right.
visually, but audibly it sounds really awesome.
Right. Audibly.
Audibly. Yeah, because this movie, like, it's 97, but it was like set almost like in the 60s or the 50s with the factory workers or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was weird how it was like it is supposed to be like in the 50s, but at the same time it looks, there's parts of it that's more modern.
And yeah, like the jacuzzi
what
tub.
What is this? Is this the 80s or is this the 50s? What's going on here, you know? I don't know if maybe Ratatouille is they got their idea from this, you know?
Probably.
The little mouse, you know?
Yeah.
Or we could say, hey, look what's coming up, live remake of Disney's Ratatouille, everybody. And just make like a thing of it and let people get all upset.
Yeah. Yeah. I found it funny when he's like has the chef Ernie and he's pretending to be French. He's
oh
like,
yeah,
oui.
yeah. He's making this weird French accent. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the mayor comes in and he's like, "Oh, I see you brought your little bicycle thieves with you." He had twin daughters.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. My
and
goodness.
then yeah. And then he chokes on a cockroach. Only half a cockroach.
Half of one, yeah.
Which is strange because I don't know. I mean, who would die from eating a half a cockroach? I mean, unless he choked or something. But did you hear
I think
the
it
wife?
was more of a heart attack from being
in shock,
you know,
or something?
My sensibilities.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I'm in shock. Did you hear his wife? Oh, not again.
Not
like
again.
It's happened to her before, you know. So the husband dies. Which is kind of funny.
Yeah. I liked some of the names. Like the mayor was McCrinkle and their guy's name was Smuts, which is pretty funny because they're a bunch of smuts. Right. They're idiots about it. But go ahead and tell us the plot. What you thought the plot was.
The plot. Have to think about that. How about you go first?
Okay.
And then,
all right. Well, the plot centers around two brothers. They're distant. They have some family issues, and their daddy-o is dying, and he owns a yarn business, a yarn factory. And on his deathbed, he's like, "Here's my string, the one that started it all." And he gives it to
without string, there's chaos. Isn't
Lars,
that the quote
yeah,
that he said?
Yeah. He's like, give it between. And so one loves his dad and the other one is like resentful. And so when they get the will, it's like a ceramic egg, half-used box of cigars.
Right.
And then the business, right? And so Nathan Lane is all angry and upset. He's like, all we got was this egg and then it breaks. So he takes the cigars with him, and the cigars is what brings down his business. And then Lars has a wife, and she kicks him out because he's penniless, basically. So they have to get together, and there's a their dad bought a old mansion,
Mm-hmm.
and now they have to go hang out in that mansion, and they find out it's like a famous architect, and it's worth so much money. And
Yeah.
so they see the dollar signs and think they can make it better, uh, but there's a mouse involved. And in what the guy said, he's like, "Yeah, he bought it from a guy, and they found him in the suitcase on in the attic."
Mm-hmm. Right.
So there's already a precursor of that something's wrong. And
Yeah.
so there's antics, and they're trying to get this dang mouse, and it's always thwarting them. And like the scene behind me, they set up a bunch of mouse traps. They get themselves stuck
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
corner. And the mouse comes,
Here they
yeah.
are.
And the mouse comes and he's elaborate, jumping everywhere, going through all these things. I'm like, oh, that's a good move. Wow, he's got some good style
Yeah.
there. And then he jumps on a jar of cherries, and it just sets all of
It
these
sets off all the
mouse
traps. Yeah.
traps. And they get so mad, and everything they do to get the mouse ends up destroying the house.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like they're trying to make
And
money
even
off
though
it
they
and auction
fix it
it.
again, which
Yeah,
is strange how
haphazardly.
fast they fix it. All
They
by
just put a rug
themselves. How's
over
that?
um they end up blowing it to pieces with the
At the
gun because
end,
they
yeah.
get so upset. They send the mouse to Cuba, and Cuba returns it,
Right.
and they say those cheapskates
Right,
Americans.
because they didn't pay for the rest of the mailing
Yeah.
postage.
And then
So they
so they
sent it
have an
back.
auction.
But how's from Cuba come back in one day? Like when I
I don't
mail
know.
something that far away,
Yeah.
it takes like a week, maybe two,
Well, I
you know?
think because they were doing the
Ay, ay, ay.
montage of fixing
Well,
up the
I
place,
know.
right?
I know.
So,
Right,
but
right.
yeah,
But they
don't
only
make
had
any
a week to
sense.
fix up the place, remember? One
Yeah,
one whole week.
one whole week.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so that mouse should never have came back.
yeah.
But it did
Plot
because
hole.
to make the story, make the movie happen.
I know.
you you got to make the movie
You
happen.
got to make the movie good.
Make
So,
it
yeah,
happen.
they have an auction of this Loularou, whatever you want to call it, Charles
Yeah,
Lalaurie.
yeah, yeah. Of the house. This is a
um,
special house. This is the lost LaRue house,
yeah, and they're like,
and
yeah, this was before he lost his marbles.
yeah,
Precursor, because
and
the
the guy's like,
mouse.
I've never paid more than $10 million for a
Yeah.
home.
So,
I mean,
yeah, his
they
name is
should have been like,
Alex.
okay, how about $10 million? Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't understand, but they were greedy, right? So
Yeah.
Alexander Falco walks in. He's like, "Give me my spring water," and the assistant brings the spring water. He's like, "Give me my vegetable snack," right? He's like, "I own 42 or 43 LaRues. Gonna make it
Yeah.
44." So they have the auction, and the mouse comes back, and it just wreaks havoc on this auction.
What's up,
And
Stags? He goes, "What's
hello.
greetings, booth dwellers?" Hey, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, we're dwelling in the booth.
That's right.
So it causes
Color
chaos. It floods
boosters.
out the auction, and then Nathan's like, "See, this was just a test. This was just to see how sturdy it is," and it just collapses. Right?
And then it collapses because it blew up. Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Um,
mean, we skipped Christopher Walken, and the mouse puts like the cord all the way
yeah. Yeah.
through, and just
Rips the
rips
floor
right through.
apart as he goes through the house.
Hmm.
It was so. What's up, Phil? It
Hey
was
Phil,
so
good to see you.
it was so not realistic. I think that's
No, of course not.
another reason why I thought it wasn't as funny,
Yeah.
because I was like, well, that wouldn't really happen.
No.
if
Well,
if
this
they
is
did
not
more
based in
stuff
the
like,
real world.
oh, that's true, I guess you're right. You're right. It's not a real world situation because yeah, it takes place in like a different
Many different eras.
era. Yeah. It's like a, maybe it's like a different time altogether, a different
Mhm.
place, different. I can't
Oh,
even
yeah.
think of the word.
And then so he's supposed to meet those guys, right, at that the bell tower or whatever, the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of my favorite parts because he gets hit by a bus, right? Looking at these models.
Oh, right.
And then they take him to the hospital. He's like, I don't have any sister. And then his brother comes and like
He's dressed up in
a
women's
dress.
clothing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's like, why are
And he
you
was like,
wearing a
"Oh,
dress?
maybe I do have a sister." Yeah, that was funny. That
Yeah.
was funny.
But in the end, a little pleasant surprise, and they start a business, a cheese string business, and
Yeah, yeah.
cheese.
String cheese.
Did you like this
So
one with the
dumb.
herring?
So dumb.
It was
String
very
cheese
dumb.
comes in a stick, anyways, and you're supposed to pull it apart.
Yeah, not a ball it,
Not a ball of
ball of
cheese.
string. Yeah,
String cheese. Cheese
yeah.
string.
So the brothers they get their happy ever after. They're doing good now,
I
mended
guess.
their ways.
Um. Yeah. I don't know. The plot was a little lacking for me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really like. Sure, I could follow it, but it was kind of like they didn't stick with one thing.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't make it a strong, like a strong movie. It was. I think it was probably because it was supposed to be some kind of comedy or something, but I don't even
Yeah.
think it turned out to be a comedy that well. So, you know,
I think they
I
were just
guess
mixed on because it's
I'll give it a
PG.
right. I'll give it a
So,
half a point.
mhm.
I'm not gonna give it a full point. I don't think it deserves a full point. But of
That's
course,
all
again,
right.
that's my opinion. So,
Yeah.
what do you give it? Love
I'll
it.
give it half a point.
Half a point. Okay.
Yeah. It's cheesy, but I enjoyed it.
Very, very cheesy.
Pun intended.
Yes. What's up, brother?
Hello,
David the
David.
Ghost is in the
Mhm.
house. My brother
Yeah.
from the same mother.
Mhm.
Um. So yeah, I guess that was the plot,
Dun dun dun
which I didn't
dun.
even click on it when you talked about the plot. Next is acting. Um,
Acting.
acting,
Acting.
acting. I don't even have
Mm.
the actors up on screen right now, so I'm gonna do that real
Yeah.
quick. Sorry.
We got
Mm.
Nathan Lane and Lee Evans. Those are the brothers. Christopher
Mm-hmm.
Walken is Caesar, the exterminator.
Of
Um,
course.
Vicki Lewis is Lars's wife. She's a little bit of a
Oh, wait a minute.
trop.
Before we keep going, you
Yeah.
gotta remember this is a Christmas movie,
It is. It is. Yeah. Because you had the carol
so don't
singers. I didn't
forget
think
that.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and Lars even says, "Come on, Ernie, it's Christmas."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he was supposed to be, but it was kind of goofy when he said that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, it's a Christmas movie. It's definitely got Home Alone vibes. Like they
Yeah.
wanted to bank off of a Home Alone, and so they kind of look. It's a lonely house, two people in the house, uh, goofing
Mouse
up.
alone.
The mouse, yeah, yeah, uh, a lone mouse
Mm-hmm.
hunt. I don't know. I don't know what you could call it. But yeah, it's goofy. Anyways, yeah, the actors did a good job. I didn't mind the actors; they did pretty well.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
especially the hair models.
the hair
The one with the
models.
spool.
Yep,
Yeah.
the one with the spool that catches on
You
fire.
like a string? So funny.
Definitely, Christopher Walken's part was funny.
Mhm.
He nailed his job,
Yeah.
his part.
A-star
Um,
actor.
the cat scene.
Yeah,
So
Catzilla.
yeah, I found the model cat there. So this is what the cat is,
Wow.
and I guess it was
That's
like an
amazing.
animatronic. Um,
Yeah, I think they
they
use
obviously
real cat and
use
animatronic.
yeah, they obviously use CGI on some of these parts.
Mm-hmm.
So like his cat legs when he punches out of the box.
Yeah.
And what else? There was something. There was another thing. There's a couple of things that were CGI in this movie. But
Yeah.
what was nice about it was that they didn't like overfill this movie with CGI.
No, they didn't, which is good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And that it also could be because CGI was just now coming into play for
Mm-hmm.
movies, you know.
Yeah. I would say
So
they all gave their like full part. Like I think they just went right into this movie and went hard on their acting and just committed, and I really love that. So I'm gonna give it a
mhm.
point on the
Okay,
acting. Mm-hmm.
you give it a point. I'll give it
Yeah.
a I'll give it a point for Christopher Walken.
For walking
If he wasn't in it, I
calcium
would probably
deficient.
yeah, that was probably the best part. He eats the mouse turd and goes, some calcium deficiency. What happened to real animals in movies? That's true. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
did
don't
see
know.
one that had real dinosaurs. I think that was Jurassic Park.
There was no real dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
They're real, right? Those are real animals.
Totally
No, I
real.
don't know. They don't do real animals. I don't think they really have. They've done
Mm-hmm.
some, like if you do horseback riding movies, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't. But like if you kill the horse, it's not a real horse; it dies. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
they
think
had a
they
big
really do
problem with
have
accidentally
real
killing
animals.
horses in movies.
Oh yeah, have they accidentally?
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen a movie with a real horse that dies in it. So
Oh.
in real life,
Well,
like
no, they don't show it in the
Braveheart,
movie, but
like
yeah,
Braveheart,
Braveheart
you
probably.
know, that those horses don't die. They're fake horses. They get stabbed with the. And even Mel Gibson says, if you can point out the real horse from the fake horse, I'll give you like I don't know. He was like he was gonna give him a lot of money or something,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody could when they watched the movie.
Wow.
So and that was before the whole CGI thing was
Mm-hmm.
taking off.
Yeah. I think the
All
first
right.
original CGI I saw was when they were doing King Kong, because
Uh,
they had the
which
green screen and they have
okay,
the
which
people
which one
running.
was the one with Jack Black?
Jessica Lange. Talking about the original one.
The original,
Mm-hmm.
black and white?
Yeah, they had green screens.
No, they didn't. Not back
Yeah,
then.
I thought they did.
You're talking about the Jack Black one, right? Better look it up. Anyways, well, she's looking that up.
Yeah.
Next is going to be cinematography, but before we hit cinematography, we got to go to a commercial break. Alec Baldwin accidentally killed a person. Yes, he did. Oops. Whoopsie. The Shadow knows nothing about guns. That's for sure. Anyways, let's go to a commercial break real quick while you're
Mm-hmm.
looking up your movie. That
Yeah, go for it.
What is
yeah.
this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
And
So,
all right, go
the
ahead.
King Kong, 1976, with Jessica Lange and Jeff Bridges. They many of the green screening effects were done very well, while others had clear black lines around the subject. Or the worst offender was the scene in which Jeff Bridges is hiding from Kong inside an alcove on the side of a cliff, and the beast tries to grab him.
Gotcha. There needs to be disclaimers that say no humans are harmed in this movie. This is true, just because of
Especially
that.
for this one.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to the commercial.
Hmm.
Get yourself some merchandise. I have a neck gaiter. Obviously, it's crooked and not straight on my face because because that's the way I do things, I guess. We also have mugs and T-shirts and hoodies and stuff.
All that fun stuff.
That's right. Vanquish the like button if you like us. Share the channel. Tell your friends about us, and don't forget to subscribe and ding the bell. Subscribing tells us that you like us, and tells YouTube that you like us, so they push our content out a little bit further. So everybody, keep sharing and keep subscribing. Thanks.
Ding ding.
Ding ding, that's right. And don't forget, if you want to support the channel, obviously I already said half of the stuff. Another half, if you want to support us financially, we got a Patreon page, or you can become a member here on YouTube, or you can buy merchandise. That's the other thing, which, kind of financially helps. And that's it. All right. Back to the show. We didn't really leave, but,
we're
just
back.
got to say it. We're back. Cinematography. The cinematography for this movie was basic, to say the least. There wasn't anything spectacular. It was a movie.
Yeah, it was
Funny.
drab.
It was a darker movie. It had like a lot of, like, the lighting wasn't that great. You couldn't see a lot, but I think they did that on purpose for, like, it's a rundown house. The dad just died. Everything is sad. That's why I didn't think it was a good, funny movie.
Yeah.
Because they didn't, like, get away from the sadness. They were kind of like, Dad died. He didn't leave me money, and I'm sad because I have no money, basically. So it wasn't. I don't know,
even the hospital is like that, sad and drab, and then the factory, it's all very just dirty and dark, just not very in line with
the real world feel,
comedy,
I guess. But it just didn't, I don't know if it doesn't work well with comedy unless it's more of a dark comedy, and it's not meant for kids. Then you gotta, Sorry.
I mean, they did try in some aspects. I mean, they kept it consistent throughout the movie. It's not like it was like dark to bright and very vibrant. All of it was just very consistent. So I'll give it half of a point.
Because Christopher Walken was in it, I'll give it a half a point too. But if it wasn't for Christopher Walken, this movie would have gotten all zeros from me. Just to be honest.
My gosh, you're too funny. You didn't learn any ideas from this on how to catch a mouse?
Nope.
No.
For me personally, no, I didn't learn how to catch a mouse.
What not to do?
Quite the opposite. It tells you what to do to keep a mouse in the house.
No, you just destroy the house. The mouse will go away.
That's it. You destroy the house and the mouse leaves. By the way, everybody, I have a mouse in my house. I think that's why we picked this movie. Because I can't seem to destroy this mouse. I can't
wasn't
even
just
kill
to
it.
torture you.
He ate all the poison and he's still alive.
Wow.
And I'm like, what the heck? And I had 3, when you buy like the mouse traps that are expensive, you think to yourself, okay, these are the ones that work, not the $2 ones. The $10 ones work. They must work. They're $10. That's that's a lot of money for a little mouse trap.
Yeah.
I bought 3 of them. Put them around the house. They have little poison, like it's in a box. A little maze to the poison, and then they're supposed to die right there, and then they die and they're in the box. You take the box, you throw it in the garbage. That's what the thing tells you. Well, it goes in the box, it eats it, and it leaves the box. and it's still alive. All three of
How can
them,
you
no more
live through it?
poison in. Yeah, there's no more poison in any of the boxes, and it's still alive in my
It
house.
Are you sure it just didn't go off
Yeah,
and die somewhere?
no, it's not dead. I
Wow.
I clean the house every night, and then the next morning I see mouse poop on the counter
Oh
because he's running around on the
gosh.
counters
You
looking for
gotta put
food.
some peanut butter on the extra poison.
That's what I did. I did that.
You
It's
know
gone.
that?
Yeah, it's gone. He ate it all, and it's gone. All the
So you
poison's
have a
gone.
mouse hunt mouse now then.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this mouse. I think maybe it was born in chemicals, and so nothing can hurt it.
You're
Just
doing
old
it
age
wrong.
will kill it.
You need to
I don't
set up a
know.
factory and make string cheese and have
Yeah,
it as
and
your
let it
taste
live on my
tester.
shoulder because now I don't want to kill it. He's gonna be my taste tester. So
Yeah.
dumb. That's another reason why I didn't like this movie. It's kind of dumb at the end. Oh
It's
well,
so
if you
weird how it
what
jumps.
do
That's
they
the
say?
problem.
If you can't if you can't what was it? If you
Kill
can't
it,
get rid
join
of
it.
your if you can't kill it, join it. Right? See, you join the mouse. Hey,
That
well,
was
just
like one
become
of
my
the
little
plot
friend.
like jumps is when like the house collapsed. To all
Hmm.
of a sudden there's cheese in this factory. Like where'd this mouse get all this cheese in the first place, right?
Yeah, yeah,
How did he get to the factory? How did he get all that cheese? This is like that don't make
yeah.
any
He
sense.
made a cheese ball for them to try
Yeah.
it out. Apparently, this mouse was supposed to be like the spirit of the dad, maybe or something. I don't know.
Mm.
That's what I'm guessing. It's supposed to be the spirit of the dad. They're trying to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was the strangest movie in the world. All right.
So
Next,
cinematography is half a point for both of us.
yeah. Next is the music.
Ba, 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 ba.
For me, this music was not memorable. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
really hear much. I did hear some things. More so like almost like uh, Italian or French music,
Mm-hmm.
because of the whole restaurant thing.
Yeah.
The restaurant style of music was in this movie,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't fit, and it's probably why it wasn't as funny too, because like the music wasn't fitting properly. So I give
Yeah. And then
this
the chase
music
scene too,
0
music was
points.
just kind of typical.
Yeah, I give it a 0 point.
Ooh, rough.
Well, I was gonna give cinematography 0 until I talked about Christopher Walken. So
And then
then I changed my mind to give it a half a point.
yeah, as what you're saying, the music just doesn't stand out. There was no like score. I feel like it was just reused
Hmm.
music, you know.
Oh yeah.
Um, and it was just typical, just like the chase scene, So, yeah, I give it no points.
No points.
No
All
points.
right. That's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, I was gonna look for something. And I didn't. Anyways,
Oh,
the allegory. So
allegory.
the allegory I got out of this was restoration. You know,
Mm-hmm.
not only were they trying to restore the house, but you know, the brothers' relationships got restored,
Mm-hmm.
and the restoration of the relationship of the father too, basically. Because the mouse kind of represented the father that they didn't really want to. The one guy didn't really want around because he was not the favorite, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Um, and then in the end, he was like, "All right, Dad, thanks. It's nice. We made
Yeah.
string cheese. Um,
Yeah.
and the dad poster was smiling instead of mad,
I
which
found it
was
funny
interesting. Yeah.
when the wife April came, right? And she was up at the office, right?
Oh yeah.
Lars, and then the dad's, he was like, the poster changed.
Right.
He's like shocked.
That was funny. Oh, and
Yeah.
that was interesting though.
Mhm.
Getting off a topic a little bit. The wife there, didn't she run off with another guy after the house blew up?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Texas millionaire.
Yeah, the Texas guy, that's what it was. So I guess those two foreign girls were able to be with the two brothers, right? Is that what
Yeah,
happened? I think
the
so.
first time I saw it, I thought they did end up together, but just like the ending seemed so abrupt. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
didn't
Where it's like,
show that.
yeah,
I wish they
here's
would have showed that.
yeah,
Mhm.
and here's food control or something, and then gives the mouse some cheese and he eats it and
Yeah.
bam, it's over.
Yeah.
Okay. That was kind of dumb how they ended it.
Mhm.
Merry Christmas, everybody. It
Yeah.
wasn't really too Christmassy. I didn't see much snow, but apparently, there might have been.
Well, there was snow on
Um,
the Epstein bakery. You know, they had the little snow on the
oh,
little
okay,
house.
right.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
funny.
Yeah, so it was just like a broken bond between siblings,
Mm-hmm.
fighting over their dad's attention.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like you said, one felt like he was the favorite, but it wasn't that he just loved the string. He loved that, but Ernie
Right,
wanted to be something else.
right. And then
Um,
Lars told him that he wanted to be something else too, but he wasn't the only one that didn't want to get away or something like that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, and just I forgot what my train of thought was. So yeah, so they have to mend their bonds and deal with that and come to terms, that their dad's really gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like them trying to get this mouse, um, f- put them together in a common mission, right? Where they wanted
Right,
to fix it and make money off of this. And it was really, this is what I was saying. What really was interesting is that they both fell on hard times at the same time. It wasn't
right,
what one was doing fell and the other one was up. It was like they both were down on their luck. So they came, you know, they had to come from the top to the bottom basically and work their way up like
right.
idiots. Um, but yeah, it's just a very simple allegory. Nothing too special about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I give it half a point.
yeah. And then of course, you have the not just the restoration of the family members, but you
Hmm.
also have the restoration of the business.
Yes,
How
the
it was like
dream.
falling apart. So when
Hmm.
the mouse came up with this cool idea with string cheese, um, apparently they started making more money. They
Hmm.
got to be able to turn the factory more into like almost like a food factory, but it was
Yeah.
fancier. It looked like it was kept up better now. Um,
So they
so
both
they had to
got to kind
restore
of,
that.
yeah, so they both got to kind of fulfill their dream because Ernie wanted to be a chef and this
Mm-hmm.
food business and doing all these little different tastes of the balls of string,
Yeah, yeah,
really let him thrive. And then Ernie just wanted to be, I mean, Lars just wanted to be useful and have his brother around. So,
right.
hmm
So and it's like us humans with Jesus,
yep,
for us to be able to uh, be a better us, we have to be restored to the Creator who created us, which is
yep,
Christ. And be
yep,
able to follow Jesus and have Him be a part of our life. And even though it's not perfect, we will never be perfect. Um,
hmm
but it does help. It helps relationships get better. It
hmm
helps uh, for our emotional self to heal. So,
yeah,
um, so I mean, that really doesn't have much to do with the movie, but the the movie does have a little bit of restoration in it.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a half a point.
You do have pride,
I'll be nice.
and you do have folly,
Right.
because
No,
they're
that's true. Yeah.
both are leading the life of folly, where they're just not following wisdom very well, not thinking things through. Just so determined in this quest, they can't see outside of it.
Right.
So you guys don't follow folly.
Yeah.
You end up with your house destroyed.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yep, that's it.
Mhm.
So yeah, let me tally up the points here.
Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
So did I count that right? 1, 2,
Oh
3,
boy.
4.
5 out of 5.
Okay.
5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You said it. I did say it. Yeah, so this movie got a 5. I'm gonna do that. 5 out of 10, everybody. This movie got a 5 out of 10.
That is insane.
Yeah, would have had a 4 out of 10, but
But Christopher Walken.
helped it. Christopher Walken helped it a little bit. So 5 out of 10, everybody.
Yeah. It's a unique movie.
Yeah,
it's not for everybody.
It is not for everybody.
But
probably like me. I don't think I'll ever watch it again. Unless my kids want to watch it, then maybe I will.
I'll watch it again. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's good.
Mhm. Show the kids it.
Yeah, I think I would show the kids too. It's a nice movie. It's a nice movie. It's not like oh. So yeah, that's it, everyone. 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
This movie
what was like
interesting.
your favorite part of it
My
all, besides
favorite
Christopher
part.
Walken?
It'd have to be Christopher Walken. That's it. That's really what my favorite part is the Christopher Walken and his role in this movie. Even though it was a small role, it was probably one of the better roles in the movie. Now, I didn't like the part where he's got his little camera thing trying to look down in the hole, and then all of a sudden the mouse somehow has the strength to grab it and pull it all the way through the house and put it in on his car.
How long is that cord? Really, that was way too long of a cord.
That was way too long. Yeah. A little exaggeration.
And the mouse just at the on the van. He's like looking. He's like, "Don't you dare! Don't you dare!" Right?
Right.
He's like, "I dare."
Then he pushes a button. Somehow the mouse pushes the button and it starts rolling at him in. And I don't know. It's just that was the part that really I didn't really like, but the other parts of Christopher Walken was good. Where he's like looking for the mouse and he's sniffing the little turd and he tastes it, which is kind of gross, but that seems more like one of those adult humor things,
Yeah, they couldn't figure out whether they wanted to go adult humor or make it a kids movie
or just kid.
And I feel like that maybe they did cut out a lot just to get the PG rating.
Right.
So
that's true. That's true. Yeah. Interesting.
Because it felt PC in parts. So my favorite
kind of reminds
part,
me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. You tell me what your favorite part is.
The favorite part was when they were fighting at the end about their hopes and dreams, right? And they completely forget about the mouse.
Right.
No, not that one. I think it was when they were shooting, right? And Lars was like, "Don't shoot! You're gonna like put holes everywhere. We're trying to sell it."
Right.
And then they're like, "Look, there's the mouth." He's like, "Shoot!" And so they're just shooting holes everywhere, all over this, historic house that they're trying to auction. And then they find a mouse goes in the hole, right? And then, oh yeah, we're gonna get it. and they they
Yeah.
shoot it, and it's the bug bomb in there, and it
Yeah,
just
and
like
that's what
sets off
blows
this.
up is the bug bomb. That's so
Yeah.
dumb.
Oh my
And the
gosh. So
bug bomb
yeah,
shouldn't have blown up. It should have just been more like a smoke,
yeah, but yeah, it made a big crater. Um,
Yeah.
and then my other favorite part is when Nathan Lane gets stuck in the chimney trying to crawl up to the mouse,
Oh, right.
and and then the mouse has turned on the gas, right?
Yeah.
And he
They're
set the
sniffing.
matches near
What was
Lars
that?
because
Oh
these
no.
guys are idiots, basically. Why
Right.
would you climb up a fireplace in the first place? And then you
Mm-hmm.
have matches. But yeah, so he lights the matches, and the guy goes flying into the water, in the air, and into the lake out front, and
Yeah.
lands in the jacuzzi tub.
Under the water. Yep.
And then the other one gets something knocked on him, and they're like, when they come in, they're just like, huh, 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 huh. They're just so
Yeah. Like.
mad.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
That's it. That's what happened.
yeah.
So goofy.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. They didn't know if they wanted to be a adult movie or a kids
Mm-hmm.
movie.
Yeah.
So it turned out to be a bad kids movie.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Got
should have
kids
went
that
just
love it.
PG-13 or something,
Yeah. There were parts in here I felt like it should have been PG-13. Just a couple
Yeah,
parts.
yeah. Well,
Mhm.
it's kind of like I was gonna say earlier, it's kind of like Ghostbusters 2.
Mhm.
The original script for Ghostbusters 2 was more adult themed, like
Mhm.
Ghostbusters 1 was,
Yeah.
and then they had to change it because
Mhm.
of the cartoon and all the kids and
Yep.
liking Ghostbusters, and so they changed a lot of it,
Yep.
which made it. It's not a bad movie, but it's not as good as it could have been, type of
Yeah.
thing. Cut
That
out a
was
lot
the
of
one with
stuff, made
the
things
pink
different.
ooze, right?
Yep, one
Yeah.
with the pink ooze,
Mhm.
and they changed how Slimer looked, and it was
Yeah.
just, you know, I think not that it's bad that we got what we got, but it would be
Mhm.
nice to see what we could have had, you know.
Yeah.
Like with Mouse Hunt, I wonder what it would have been like if they filmed it differently, or if they, let's say maybe they didn't, they cut a lot out because they didn't want it to be adult movie, you know,
Yeah.
or an adult comedy. They wanted to
Yeah.
stay with family comedy. Well, I wonder what it would have been like if they did go maybe for an adult comedy,
Mhm.
or even a PG-13 comedy, you know. Um, but I get it, I get it, and we got what we got, and
Yeah.
it wasn't the best movie ever, but I guess you could say there could be worse movies out there too. Um,
Yeah,
I
so the
definitely.
director was Gore Verbinski,
Oh,
and he
okay.
actually did the Pirates of the Caribbean
Oh, okay.
and
See.
Rango
Oh, see, those are good movies, though.
and the Lone
So
Ranger.
he did
Yeah,
the Lone
so
Ranger too. Oh, nice.
yeah. He loved him
Okay.
some Johnny Depp.
Yeah, yeah. Johnny Depp's
Yeah.
his guy must be kind of like
Yeah.
Tim Burton. Tim Burton
Yeah,
has
yeah.
certain guys that he likes.
They all have their muses.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's funny because I misspelt mouse and I put on their Muse Hunt
Yeah.
review earlier. I misspelled the mouse.
I know, I
Uh,
laughed at that.
but yeah, I did change it though, and
Mhm.
YouTube edit spot.
Yeah. But I hope you guys who've watched Mouse Hunt definitely let us know how you thought about it, what your rating would be.
You know what I
Good,
think I need
bad.
to start doing is
What?
announcing the movie that we're going to review so people can
Mhm.
watch it before they
Yeah.
watch us.
Yeah.
Maybe I
Or
should
at
start
least,
doing that.
bone up on it.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
Mhm.
everybody, we're going to be reviewing this movie on Tuesday.
Mhm. Yeah. Maybe we should do
Yeah, I think
another
I will.
Gore Verbinski. I'll
We
let you
could.
pick this
We
time.
could. I do like some Johnny Depp.
Yes, I do too.
I mean, who doesn't? Honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany, thanks for being here. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming on the show and reviewing this great and wonderful movie with me.
In Dan's words, this horrible, not funny movie.
There you go.
Don't sugarcoat it.
Don't sugarcoat it. Oh, you know. It was fun anyways. It was fun.
Yeah.
Fun to talk about. Fun to look at.
Yeah.
Fun to
it's
see
nice
how
to
other
go
people
back.
make movies, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Nice to go
It's
back.
nice to go
and
back.
see.
Back in
Yeah,
time.
go back.
We're going back in time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
thank
it.
you, guys.
Everyone, everybody have a great and wonderful week and weekend up to come. And we'll see you next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
And thanks, Brittany.
Yeah, thank you, Dan.
See you
Bye,
again
guys.
soon. Bye, everybody. Have fun.
Get your mouse. Find your mouse.
Yeah, find your mouse.
Yep. This is how you bring the mouses out.
That's it. This music.
Yep. Right here. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Night, night.